my question for you is that as a assistant director, if there is any conflict in your department, how do you show your leadership in your people?
Actually, conflict is not isolated in the corporate world as well. So what we're trying to do is hear out all parties involved in the conflict resolution. So we organize audience from all parties concerned. We present facts, evaluate the facts, and then agree on resolutions. I guess it's actually open communication among parties that will be parang beneficial in the resolution of any conflict.
Do you allow employees to take personal responsibility for their actions in the area of customer satisfaction?
Yes, it's very important for one person or the staff to take personal responsibility or accountability. As I mentioned earlier, from the beginning, it's clear on those accountabilities. Now, when people is meeting the expectation, it's actually a good environment for the company. But somehow, we're not into just meeting the expectation of the customer, but also we'd like to exceed customer satisfaction. And in so, at the end objective, we'd like our people to take responsibility on the customer satisfaction. Of course, they are being helped by the guidelines that we have in place. We also have a culture of continual improvement wherein we try to make people see what are the changes required, and we also give them incentives for those improvements that they would be able to report to the management.
Does it really increase the chance of success?
I believe so, because people involvement or people engagement is the basis of the company. If you want to achieve your business goal, I think it's an important factor for you to engage people towards the goal of the company.
How do you measure and improve your performance
As I mentioned earlier, we have targets. Actually, we have quite a lot of targets on a monthly basis, and we measure them exactly on a monthly basis. We have targets based on the previous year as against to our targets for the current year, and we also have short-term and long-term targets. So we always quantify the results of our target, and also what we're trying to do is stretch the limits. We are not happy to just meet the targets, but we'd like to see exceeding the targets on our KPM targets. Now, I guess we can measure also the performance of our department by having less resignations, because you'll be able to see that people are motivated enough for you to stay and develop loyalty, so that there are less interruptions in your implementation on a day-to-day basis.
How do you turn your strongest areas into market differentiators?
I've always believed with the positioning of BPI as well as BPI MS. It's always based on stability, profitability, and compliance to rules and guidelines. Now, these three factors, I believe, is the major differentiator for our company. It makes us become a parang all-around or parang credible market leader, which is a well-rounded aspect of the business wherein people get to trust the company, and we grow with the market needs, as well as yung mga stockholders namin are happy with the results that they get. So it's actually the company sustaining over the years, because right now we're over 50 years na for the bank. Actually, the Ayala company is more than 100 years already. So it's been a long time, and for you to sustain that long time, you'll need to have a strong differentiator in the market.
You mentioned that to sustain that strong area, you need to get the competitive great, well-rounded company. How do you do that for over 50 years?
It's actually a strong vision by the management and also the leaders as well as the owners. Actually, it's a strong vision for the Ayala company. If you look at the beginnings of the Ayala company, they have a core, they have strong values and core business. Now, from that core business, it diversified. From banking, that's why it's very strong in banking, it's now diversified into insurance, investment, and other companies. So it's like tapping the potential of the core business of the company and able to relay the vision and mission of the company.
Next question. How do you turn your business into developmental opportunities?
Right now, I'm looking at technology. I think any technology, it can be copied in no time at all. You have this ATM, which we started the ATM. Now, if you will see now, after 20 years, everyone has ATM. So for you to be able to sustain your market, you have to always innovate. So we're looking at efficiencies, process efficiencies, people efficiencies. Now, it's basically technology which is very quick changing, and we have to be always one step ahead of competition. Now, for people, we'd like to believe that we are taking care of our people. Our people is our partner and also our customers.
What activities do you conduct to gain good relationship among your company?
Within the company, because we have very strong targets on a monthly basis. Now, we'd like to balance that by encouraging work and life balance. So, we're encouraging time off to spend with the family. And for the company, we're sponsoring social activities. Like for BPIMS, we have social activities. We have team building, we have company outings or some trips, local or international trips. Now, as far as the bank, our parent company, they are encouraging hobby clubs. So we have runners club, badminton, wherein they group all the subsidiaries and sponsor events based on interest or hobby.
Ma'am, there are times that your employees have conflicts with each other, and sometimes it is difficult to fix it. So how do you do so?
Kasi for us, we'd like to think that we're in a professional or corporate environment. So, depends on the conflict. If the conflict tends to be a personal thing, we just advise them and tell them to resolve it in private. But if it's a business or a job related,
Ma'am, I know for sure that your career and your job has big pressure, being the assistant director of the BPIMS. And I know also that you have your personal life and your family. So how do you balance your time in your doing your job and you're doing your role in your family?
I mentioned earlier that this is the career that I want. So I'm fortunate to find a work that I love. So it's not difficult for me to come here every day because I like what I'm doing. Another point also is the compensation. The compensation, I would say, is enough for me for the work that I'm doing. Now, as far as balancing, because I have grown-up kids already, so they are in college, two are in college and one in high school. So I don't